And now in this example, we're going to do a sum of cubes. So with the sum of cubes, we have r cubed plus 125. So similar to regular factoring, we're going to have two groups. However, our second group will be larger than our first group. What's going to end up happening is in our first group, we have 2 places, and our third group will have 3 places. And we all get this from the original problem. So in our first group, and this is actually going to be in the form of, if I call this term a cubed and this term b cubed, my first group will come directly from the original problem. I'm going to call this a, and I'm going to call this b. So if r cubed, if I take the cube root of r cubed, that means that my first group and the first placeholder will be just an r. If I take the cube root of 125, I will have 5. So in order to get this first group, we have to take the cube roots of the original problem. After you do that, you fill out the first group. And you always want to fill out the first group first because that's where your second group is going to come from. Okay? And now our second group is simply going to be, and we're actually going to fill all of this first with the placeholders, and then we'll go back and put in the signs. This will be a squared, this will be b squared, and our middle term will be a times b. So as you can see, if a was r, then for my second group, this first placeholder is going to be a squared. Because a was r, this is going to be r squared here. Similarly, our last term is also b squared. So if my b was 5, b squared will be 25. And now a times b, I multiply a times b. So in this case, r times 5, which is 5r. And already we have filled out the first group and the second group. Now to go back and fill in the signs, we're going to use SOAP. So SOAP stands for same sign. And this is same sign from the original problem here. So that will be the same sign that we're going to use for the first group. O stands for opposite. So opposite sign, and you could think opposite sign from the original problem or opposite sign from the first group. Doesn't matter because they're going to be the same anyway. So if I had a positive, our opposite sign will be a negative. And AP stands for always positive. So that sign will always be positive, regardless if it's a sum or a difference of cubes. And if you remember this, then you don't have to memorize the following formula, which, if you've seen it before, is how you actually get this group also. If you like formulas, you might enjoy this. A cubed plus b cubed. This was our original problem, or at least the form of our original problem. And it will always factor out to be a plus b multiplied by the second group, which is a squared, minus ab plus b squared. If you're able to remember how we were able to get the first group, the second group, and then SOAP to fill out the signs, you don't have to memorize this formula. But if you like formulas, feel free to use it.